Round one. Fight.
Heroes never die.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Power, sex, power. They both come down to one thing.
Hungry gamers.
Hello, and welcome, boys and girls, to the 208th episode of the Hungry Gamers podcast. We are powered by 8bit.net and those sexy legends over at Audio Technica. And I'm your extremely humble host, Brendan White. You can find me just about everywhere at Brendan8bit. And the Bangalore to my lifeline, my podcast Ride or Die, you can find her, Ponin Noobs, on Apex Legends or on the socials at Miss Allie Hart. How you doing today, Miss Allie Hart? We're doing something different, recording on a Thursday/Friday.
Yeah, I was switching it up a little. Luckily, we picked a good day on a very, very special event happening today, so we'll be able to weave that in.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Gamescom.
Hell yeah. So you doing well?
Doing well. Battling the heat. But, I mean, it's not as bad as Australian summer, so I can bear it.
That's true. You're a trooper. You know, you're fighting the good heat fight. So you just do what you can. Stay safe over there. There's more bloody national unrest happening yet again due to police doing dumb fucking police things. So stay safe out there.
Not to mention moving from one country that catches on fire to another that apparently catches on fire as well. So
yeah,
feeling at home.
I imagine. So
how about yourself?
I'm doing good. It's crazy at the moment for different reasons over this side of the fence, but I'm doing okay. Looking forward to talking some video games, seeing if you got some more of them champion crowning moments in Apex. If you've ascended to the top again this week.
Boy, do I have a crowning moment.
Did we want to start there? Do you want to share this crowning moment? Tell me the things.
I gotta say, it's very funny that you said the Bangalore to your lifeline, because I did a big whoopsie. My team of randoms, we were the final team against another team, and we had them down pretty good, but then my two team members got dropped, and I'm like, it's only me, there's still two on the other side that I can see, so I threw my special move,
your little your sort of aerial bombardment. Exactly
right. I didn't know that could hurt me.
yeah, it does damage to yourself as well. So did you down yourself and further damage your squad mates, and they won off that?
Yes.
Oh no, you sort of hurry-curried yourself.
It was so bad, because I thought, I'm gonna throw this on us, we'll be protected, because there'd be obviously no kind of team damage, obviously. So I'll throw that, I'll be able to revive my mates. I'm literally going to the lifeline to revive her, and it just goes boom, I die.
Were you on comms? Did your squad mates sort of go, what?
Oh, I don't do comms, and I'm glad I don't. And I promise you, the second that happened, I got out of the lobby, I got out of the game, I turned off Origin,
uninstall.
I changed my name. I was so embarrassed, and I felt so bad for my team. We worked so hard to be in the final two, and I just fucked it up.
It makes it tough. I've had similar situations happen, when you're playing someone you're not used to playing. So your sort of mental memory thinks when you use your abilities, you're going to do something, but then it's something different because you're playing as a different character than your main.
Yeah.
So I've had that happen a few times where I'm like, I'm going to, pop this and if you bangle or pull the smoke or whatever else, but instead it's something else. Some shielding if you're playing as Rampart or whatever, and it's those parts I've had a few times happen. We're like, oh fuck, what have I done? Good doy.
Well, this every time I've used this ability, it's always been a way. It's always been trying to get people that are hiding, get them out of their hiding spot, which is obviously further away from us. But with this one, I'm like, oh, if I just drop it here, I just assumed there'd be no team damage.
You should have just tossed that smoke in and done the YOLO.
Yeah,
resi.
I really should have. But, like, I mean, I didn't know. I thought I was doing a mad strat there, but no. So
It happens. It happens. Do you get any victories though in your this week in your recent run with Apex?
No, top 3, top 2. No wins this week, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't deserve that win this week. That's punishment.
You've put yourself into timeout.
Yeah, set myself in my own timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of wins on the Xbox this week. I think I played Sunday, Monday a little bit on Apex and got a couple of W's with a few randoms. So that was good. No crazy moments like yours. It was pretty just standard run-of-the-mill stuff. But yeah, it's still good. Loving the changes with Season 6.
Yeah.
But I've also been playing a little ditty that we sort of highlighted, I think, on last week's episode that just came out this past week called Spiritfarer. It's a little indie game by a Canadian studio called Thunder Lotus Games, and it is available. I know we keep saying this every other week. It is available, included in Xbox Game Pass. So if you're already on the Game Pass service and you're looking for a nice little indie gem, this is one for you. It's a management sim / pseudo sandbox action game is what it's described as. It's like a little bit of an action platformer. You play the role of Stella, and you're accompanied by your adorable little cat Daffodil, and you're taking over the role as the Spiritfarer from this mythological, almost like friendly-looking Grim Reaper character named Charon or Sharon. They retire and give you the role of the ferry master, where you're pretty much sailing the seas, finding wayward spirits, granting their final wishes, and then taking them to the Everdor, which is the gateway to the afterlife. So it kind of sounds a little dreary. I know that description there makes it sound like it'd be pretty bleak, but it's a really gorgeous game. Like, it's got a lot of heart, a lot of charm. The characters you meet along the way, when you first meet them, like you're on your ship. Like, they say it's a ferry, but it's a big old ship, and you can build it up. You build like lodgings on there and gardens and kitchens and things. So it becomes like this floating city, really, with all these various characters you pick up along the way and inhabiting it. And you can sort of, some RPG elements, crafting and cooking and things like that come into the game as well. But it's got so much charm. Like, the art style's really vibrant. It does have a little bit of a Ghibli-esque aesthetic to it. Like, the character models are slightly different, but it's got that same sort of color palette, those same sort of larger-than-life characters. Really quirky. The dialogue's really witty as well, and all the characters you meet are very diverse. I know you said you didn't want to play this game because of the situation where you're ferrying these spirits, which are animals in this game. Like, so you meet, I guess, like, it's not really spoilers, but the spirits you meet on these islands as you're traversing the ocean, and you meet these people on the islands, they're sort of like this very bland, generic character when you meet them on the island, but when you get them onto your ship, they sort of transform and take like the form of an animal. And I know that's the part that you're sort of like, can't deal with saying goodbye to the animals. And there is some pretty touching moments and some pretty emotional stories that you're dealing with these characters. But the characters themselves, I haven't finished the game yet, but everyone you meet and bring back to your ship is someone that you've met from your former human life. So it's like friends, families, teachers, things like that.
Yeah.
And then you meet them on the ship and they become, like you meet your uncle and he's like a big frog, stuff like that. So I think you'd be okay playing this because I thought the human connection might lessen the severity of saying goodbye to these animals. I was hoping.
No, like the whole concept of like I guess them having an animal form and kind of getting to know them and getting their final wish and then having to say goodbye to them. Like, I've seen the scenes where you hug them and I'm like, no, can't do it. I won't be able to do it. So
yeah, it's a really well thought out game. Like the characters you meet along the way and, giving them gifts, keeping them fed. Yeah, as you said, engaging in discussion, and then you've got an option to hug them, and that can like level up their overall mood towards you and the situation, which can then open up. Then they'll find more resources for you, or they'll do things on the ship and repair things and stuff. So there is that element to it where there is this sort of care and love and affection that you can show to certain characters. But if you do it to some, they're like, no, I don't want to hug, like, no, I'm good, so that kind of
that's okay,
is a little bit embarrassing, like when you go in for the hug and like, whoa man, no thanks. But it's really cute and it's really nice. Like the score, the musical score that they've done for this game really matches in with the emotional arcs that you're dealing with these characters. There's a fishing mechanic in it, and I'm mad for fishing mechanics in games. They chuck a rod in a game, it's like, sign me up. I'll buy this game day one. And so I like the crafting, I like the resource gathering. Your little cat Daffodil is adorable. You can pick the cat up at any time, like give him a cuddle. You can sit on certain parts of furniture and the cat will jump up and sit on your lap and you can sort of get cozy and stuff. So it's just it's very well thought out as far as the interactivity between the NPCs, which can be just random ancillary nothings that you meet on these islands, or the mainline characters, or playing as Stella. There's a musical element in it as well. Full disclosure, there's like a little pseudo farm you sort of build on your ship, and if you play music in time, like it's a rhythm based element with the guitar, it'll make the things you're growing in this little farm area grow quicker. So it's this is a hook for you.
Element, holy shit.
Yeah, farming, musical based rhythm, cute characters, really nice heartfelt moments. Like, I think you'd be able to play. I reckon you should at least give it a crack.
I'm just gonna have to buy a giant tub of ice cream, bunch of tissues, and just sit in the dark and just play it, just so I get to experience it. Because it sounds absolutely adorable. It sounds really lovely. It looks beautiful, and I'm sure I'm just shooting myself in the foot by stopping myself from playing it. So.
Yeah, I seriously think this is a you game. Like, I know that those hang-ups you mentioned, as far as I can't do it because of X, I reckon the game itself is that good and that in your wheelhouse that you'll be able to play it and enjoy it, because it's really nice, and it's it's a game with a big heart, and I love that about this. Like, it's so different to everything else I've been playing lately, and it's just been a nice little disconnect, and I've only been playing it the last couple of days, but it's really sweet. It's charming. Characters are great. Most of the interactivity with characters is done via text on a screen. You do hear them occasionally make noises, or in their talking voice you get little animal-based grunts or like random chibi sounds. But you do occasionally get words, like you'll hear things in the conversation. But the discussions are great. Like, the characters, they're all unique, and as I said, there's witty banter and heartfelt banter and jokes, and everything is really well put together. And Thunder Lotus Games have done exceptionally well. Like, it's on every platform. It's on PC, PlayStation 4, Switch, Xbox One, and Stadia. As I said, you can get it included in Xbox Game Pass, and that's the way I got it. And it's reviewing really well too. It's 85 on Metacritic for PC, and then IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. So it's getting some positive press, and I think you need to check it out. It's cute. It's that sim mechanic that you love so much, with cute characters, with animals, and some other stuff from your favorite subgenres, like rhythm-based games and stuff. It's all in there for you. I feel this game was sort of indirectly made for you in a way.
Oh, God damn it. Why did they just have to make sad parts? I'm probably going to cave. I probably can't let this go by now, especially knowing that there's a rhythm farming element. So
yeah.
I kind of have to jump on board.
Yeah.
Oh, you may have sold it. You may have sold it to me.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like the control scheme is really simple. It's easy to get your head around how the game plays and the mechanics, and just the crafting system on the ship, and then leveling up your little blueprint area. You start with pretty lowly area where all you can do is put a lodging area, like a communal area in. You can do your kitchen and stuff. But when you level that up, you get access to new buildings you can stack on your ship. And it's funny because it's just like the central area of your ship, and you just sort of like tier it up almost. It becomes like this big giant obnoxious skyscraper in the middle of your ferry. But it's awesome. It's really cool. Check it out. I've been really enjoying it. I'm going to play more of it this weekend.
Oh, I'll have to see.
Yeah. But I haven't been playing much else apart from that. What about you? I see you've got another game there on the docket. Oh
my God. So this tabletop simulator has been brought to my attention years ago. And I never bought it because I don't think obviously it was sold to me why I should get it. But recently got to play it. And oh my God, this is amazing, especially during like all this COVID bullshit. Like you get to play board games with your friends online. Like I know that might sound kind of shitty, but like it wasn't. I got to play Uno and I played that for a few hours with some friends. And then I also played Candyland for the first time ever.
I don't even know what that is, so you're going to have to bring me up to speed with Candyland.
It is the most simplest game in the world. It's literally just pick up a card, the card shows you a color, and you move to that color. That's
okay.
it. But I know that, like, well, I also found out that Candyland is very, very, very popular in America. So everyone was quite shocked when I said, like, I have no idea what this game is. And they're like, what? You don't have Candyland? Yeah, easy as. And also, I've been playing Uno wrong, or Americans make up rules or some bullshit. So, you know, but either way, it was just a lot of fun having this element. And like, there are so many games. There's like card games, there's board games, there's all like other type of games, like any other type of game that you would normally just play with friends on, you know, obviously a tabletop. Like it's all available in there. Okay. And it's bonkers. Like I didn't know that it had such access to like so many different games. Like when you see the picture, it has like a picture of chess and checkers. So I was like, yeah,
the
right.
Classics.
Like, the fun ones. But no, it got explained to me that no, it's got a catalog of just tons of games in there. And I think you can also customize your own as well. So like, and I can't believe I just played Uno for hours. Like I understand that you can actually buy Uno. I think you can buy it on Xbox. You can maybe buy it on Switch or PC. But like this is like the idea of buying one game and having access to others. So
it's pretty clever.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a sucker for a good game of Uno, but now I'm curious to know like what these Americans know or do differently with Uno as opposed to us.
Look, I got corrected like already saying, yeah, like that's the rule. But I didn't know the rule that like, say if we're playing and I get the one card, you're allowed to say Uno to
As
like
in
make me
we
pick up
are?
4. Like so say me and you are playing, you've got like what 4 cards in your hand and I've got 2. Then I put the card down, so then I've got 1 in my hand. Apparently, if you say Uno before I do, I have to pick up 4.
I don't think I knew that rule either.
Me either. And then there was this like other rule I'm trying to remember that they told me, something about double stacking, or if you have the card where it's like the one where you just change the color, not the draw 4, just the one where you change color. The second you have that in your hand, you have to play it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
They're
This
making up
seems
these
a bit bananas to me, but I haven't played some Uno in a while, so.
So I don't know. Maybe some listeners out there can either confirm or just say that they were, trying to screw over the Australian with some bullshit. But yeah, I either learnt some rules or learnt some fake rules playing Uno. But either way, fun was had. You can
Underground
also
Uno.
Yeah, like Fight Club. But you can also draw on the table, so that was way more entertaining for me. And it actually has a function where you can just flip the table if you're not happy with what's happening.
Rage out.
So yeah, just full on rage out. But yeah, Tabletop Simulator, like for everyone out there, like especially those of us that do a lot of like online gameplay with friends, it's probably a good one just to shoot the shit, just to chat, maybe everyone have a drink and just play some card games or board games. Yeah, I can't wait to actually really go through and see all the things that are available.
Interesting. Funnily enough, when I read it as Tabletop Simulator, I thought it was going to be like a role play type of game. I thought it was going to be like a D&D or something along those lines.
There was like a picture of like a role-playing tabletop that you could choose. So I think it really is pretty endless. I'll have to like really go through the list and see if I can pull some out for us to play.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, the only other thing I've been doing this week, apart from finishing up most of the TV shows I've been binging, I've finally got back onto the horse that is known as Lucifer. I don't know if you've watched any of this at all.
No, but I don't know why. I always see like clips of it, and they're usually pretty good. Like not too offensive, not too like kind of like on the nose. So I've thought maybe watching it. Is it good?
It is pretty good. It's easy watching too. Like it's sort of, I don't have to give it my complete attention. Like I'll have it going if I'm doing a bit of work or whatever else. It's It's been around since 2016. It was originally picked up, and then it got cancelled, and then picked up again by Netflix. So the last few seasons have been on Netflix, and it's based around the devil, who in this show is known as Lucifer Morningstar. He leaves hell, moves to Los Angeles, and sets up his own nightclub, and he's running this nightclub, and then he becomes like a consultant for the LAPD. So it's sort of like police drama, a little bit of comedy, action type of thing.
What?
Yeah, like stick with me. Like picture like CSI, but with the devil in it. Like,
I'm thinking
and a little bit of a lighter tone.
Those weird shows like Bones, where it's like
like picture Bones, but chuck the devil in there. You know, Bones is probably tonally exactly like how
Castle's
this is.
the other one where it's like a rider.
A rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. So similar situations. Yeah, they're better comparisons than what I said to begin with there. Yeah. So picture that, but replace Nathan Fillion with Tom Ellis, who plays the devil, aka Lucifer Morningstar. So I'm into the third season at the moment, so I've been digging through it pretty quick this week, and it's just easy watching. Like it was originally from Neil Gaiman, like, so it's a comics character. Like this Lucifer sort of storyline fell into the Sandman comic arc for anyone that knows of the Sandman. So he's from that sort of storyline initially, and they've sort of just ripped him out of that and chucked him into this television show. So
I didn't know it was based from taken from any kind of comic, really. I just thought it was, Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's got that very Hollywood look to it, and the tone is very Hollywood-esque, but it's just easy watching. Like, as I said, there's some good action, some good drama, some good melodrama, some good laughs, and there's a bit of heart to it, like just sort of seeing this guy Tom Ellis, who plays the devil. Like he's honest to everybody. Like he talks, like he goes to a therapist and he talks like how hard it is being the devil and whatever else, but she just thinks that's his way of coping with his emotions, like saying that he's the devil and all these things he deals with and whatnot. So no one takes him seriously.
Yeah.
So which is kind of cool. Like he can sort of show his face, I guess you could say. And so he's frightened a few bad criminals along the way on the police arcs and things, but for the most part they just think he's just this English obnoxious club owner, really, which is kind of cool. So it's really well done. It's just easy to watch. So if you're looking for something a little bit lighter in tone, that's got a ton of episodes. I think there's 70 plus episodes of this, with the 6th season coming either at the tail end of this year or I'm assuming 2021 with how things are. So they've sort of confirmed that the 6th is going to be the last season. So there'll be a nice big bow on the end of this. But yeah, I think check it out. It's just been good, easy watching, a bit of dumb cop melodrama with some heart. And who doesn't want to see the devil acting as a consultant to the police? Like, it's just so dumb, but it works.
The lead up to you describing it has pretty much sold me. It was like, the devil, he goes to LA, he owns a club, then he starts helping the cops. I'm like, that sounds so stupid.
It really does. It really does. But it's just good watching. And funnily enough, like Jerry Bruckheimer is the producer behind this, like who's done many big budget films.
Yeah.
And a lot of action, so you can sort of see his DNA sprinkled with how this thing's shot, and just the tone. But yeah, check it out. Like Tom Ellis is great as Lucifer Morningstar, and like his because he ends up almost like he's a consultant to the LAPD, but he's sort of like the pseudo partner of Detective Chloe Decker, who's played by Lauren German. She's really good in that role, and the ancillary cast is really well put together as well, and it's just good dumb fun.
Yeah.
Buddy devil cop, like it's just ridiculous,
Buddy devil cop. No, that sounds good.
Yeah, but check that out. Also, if you haven't already watched it, the 2nd episode of Lovecraft Country hit this week, and that show is really starting to dial up. Like, I don't know if you've watched the episodes at all yet.
I'm probably going to wait till they all come out.
Yeah, it's getting good. So yeah, can't wait to watch episode number 3 this coming Monday for us in the AU, or Sunday for the rest of y'all around the rest of the globes. But I guess quick bit of housekeeping, then maybe we can get in some news.
Sounds good.
First and foremost, just wanted to give a little shout out and some love to Andrew and Alex, aka a couple of NPCs. They reached the big 200 episode milestone this past week. So speaking from direct experience, that's no small feat. And mate, you guys are killing it. You always deliver all the laughs, all the fun, all the entertainment. Just two good dudes doing good things. So shout out to you both. Much love. You're two of our favorite people within this game space. And here's to another 200.
Andrew and Alex are the greatest dudes, and like I always enjoy whenever going to like any of like outdoor events of like getting packs or whatever. It's just really great just hanging out with them. You always need your crew that you can hang out with and just know you're gonna have a good time. And Andrew and Alex are always there. Plus my D&D buddies as well, who showed me the way. They
did indeed. And I think the best thing about those two guys is what you see on stream, what you hear on the podcast is how they are in real life. Like,
exactly.
They are just, there's no fakeness. That's them. It's all real. And that's one of the best traits about those two. They got many, but I think that's certainly the best thing about them is what you're seeing on there, that raw, crazy energy, that honesty, that just unfiltered, beautiful madness. That's how they are in real life. And you wouldn't change these two. Yeah,
definitely. And so, you also have to check out the thumbnails for all their podcasts because that is some of the best Photoshop work I ever seen. So, and the effort for every single post, like, it's gold. It's just absolute gold.
Yeah, Alex is a savant on the Photoshop. Like the stuff he delivers every week, and they're different every single week. Like that's the craziest thing. Like they take the time to take photos of themselves every week to put into these thumbnails, and just the attention to detail is like beautiful. So be sure to follow them. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe them on the podcast platforms if you haven't already, because they're some of the best listening and best watching if you want to hunt them down on Twitch as well that you'll find. Just two good Aussie blokes doing good things.
Definitely give them a watch. Check them out on Twitch.
Yeah, and when you're done checking them out on Twitch, check us out at 8bit.net. Obviously, 8bitnation.net is a good hub that'll give you direct access to the Discord, to the Facebook, to giveaways, to our Patreon, which is at patreon.com/we are8bit. If you want to throw us some support monetarily, you can do it that way. Or you could buy some sweet threads at shop8bit.net, the best video game and pop culture web store in the Oceanus, or maybe the world, maybe the unit. I don't know. We've got some cool stuff there, though. We've got some of the best designs that I've seen in video games. Maybe I'm biased because it's it's part of our brand, but taking that 8-bit hat off, it just looks good. And you want to look good, so buy some 8-bit merch from shop8bit.net. When I'm buying some stuff from us, head on over to audiotechnica.com or audiotechnica.com.au to get the best in audio-based equipment. You need a new set of headphones, you need a new microphone, you need a turntable, listen to some vinyls. Mate, they've got it all from there. And be sure to get your hands on a set of limited edition 8-bit purple M50Xs while you can, because they look so good, they feel so good. It's like a cuddle for your ears. Who doesn't want to get your ears cuddled by the best headphones in the game? And lastly, iTunes, obviously be sure to rate, review, subscribe us, as well as all the podcasts in the hashtag 8bit collective, all the other podcasts you're listening to on the regular, because it takes no time, takes no money, and it means an awful lot to us all. It helps keep the emotional lights on in our hearts. It helps keep us tracking, helps keep us relevant. So please do that when you can. But for now, let's get into some news.
This week's news headlines.
All right, so we're going to be unpacking the opening night from Gamescom, which has just aired in the early hours of Australian morning.
It's very comfortable hours. Here it was like 11.
Yeah, so weird hours for all of us. Yeah, you were late last night and we were the red eye this morning to catch this. Full disclosure, I did not watch the opening night live, so I'm going to be throwing the baton to my ride or die over here to let us steer us through the Gamescom seas. So the floor is yours, Miss Hart. Did you want to navigate this bad boy?
Yeah, just like an overall, just general comment on the Gamescom. I want to say that Jeff Keighley to kind of take this on, it's a big feat, especially a very major gaming event, and then packing it all up and putting it online and streaming it live as well. It's going to have issues. It did have issues, but the overall you know, like the setup, I was absolutely impressed with the stage. They did a lot of effects and whatnot with the actual stage that Jeff was presenting off. But just in itself, just taking that on, you know, giving it a shot, IGN working with him as well, like, you know, like they're presenting that so us gamers can actually take it in. So props to Jeff and the team and everyone that was involved as well. So
he is everywhere these days. Like, obviously
really
Summer
is.
Games Fest weaves into some of this, and now he's got this going on, and Game Awards still potentially kicking at the back end of this year. Like, he's a very busy man. So it was good to see him lend his talents to yet another event or conference.
yeah, his gaming's like granddaddy. Like, he's just like out there, like, you know, everywhere. We know who he is, we know where he is, and he's always just out there giving us what we need, and, you know, the best way to get it to us. So share it to Jeff. So in regards to what was announced, what was revealed, we started off with, well, we had Call of Duty Black Ops trailer reveal. Now, apparently there's like a lot of familiar characters in here. Like, I don't know where I dropped off when it came to Call of Duty, but there's some very familiar characters. It's set in the 80s, kind of like around Cold War. You know, it had like a mission briefing with, oh god, President Reagan, I think.
Yep.
I'm Australian,
That sounds
so I don't
about
have to know these. But yeah,
You're an
so
American citizen now. You should know these things. You should bleed those red, white, and blues.
I'm gonna have to learn it eventually. I can tell you who I want to forget. So pretty much it just shows you like the round table and what they're gonna have to do and how it's implemented, and, you know, just the ragtag team that's involved. Graphically, it looks good. I also like the idea of it being set in the 80s. So definitely check it out, especially if you're a COD fan. Maybe if you're not a COD fan, but maybe the timepiece, like the era, you'd probably want to check it out as well. There was also a trailer for a game. Now, I actually was very interested in this game. It's called Unknown 9 Awakening. It's a cinematic trailer. I feel like there's going to be more than one character, but the one character we did see was like a small child, a young girl. Just reading a synopsis here. That we see a young girl by the name of Haruna as she discovers some new abilities. So she's being chased down by a bunch of kids and they're trying to attack her, but then she just like kind of like lets out this force where I guess she slows down time so she can get out of the way. So because this is called Unknown 9, I have this feeling that she's going to be one of, you know, 9 characters that will have abilities. So that one was quite interesting. So I definitely think people should check that one out as well.
The trailer looked cool. This is one of the ones I checked out, and yeah, it was only a CGI trailer, but it looks pretty swish. And just the time period and stuff, it felt like it was very like Prince of Persia-esque.
Yeah. And then like, so the moment like the trailer starts, it shows you this young girl like hiding something. And then, you know, you go through her experience as a kid where she realizes that she has an ability. And then towards the end, it shows you like adult hands accessing the secret location. So I assume we'll probably be playing her when she's an adult. So, but yeah, I like this idea. I feel like that maybe it's a concept that we're familiar with. So Unknown 9 Awakening. So check out that trailer. What else we got? We got Doom Eternal, the Ancient Ones DLC was revealed. It should launch on October 20th, 2020. I mean, it's Doom. It looks good.
Yeah,
it's
just
always
more
gonna,
Doom.
more
Doom. Bonkers Doomness. Like, it looked cool. I still need to finish Doom Eternal, but this looks cool. And any Doom fan, I think, is going to love this. Yeah,
I mean, any more content is always great. We got a Dragon Age 4 first look trailer. BioWare diving into concept art. We got some footage of also like people that were involved as well. Some voice workers like, you know, attached to it. I actually have I've never played a Dragon Age, so like I really didn't have any interest in this announcement. I don't know if you're into Dragon Age.
I'm into the Dragon Age universe, and I've played all the Dragon Age games. It was cool that they showed a trailer, but like I don't care about if this is going to be the first full thing getting that hype train going again with Dragon Age, and it's just like a behind the scenes type of situation where we see some concept art. And like, I'm not sort of frowning upon hearing from studio members. Like, I think that's great to hear the stories and where they're tackling these games from, but I was like, really? Like, give me some more. Like, I think the biggest thing I took out of it was Solus is back, and he's a big character from the previous Dragon Age game. So I'm not going to say anything more than that to avoid spoilering stories, but seeing that character appear in this, I was like, oh, okay, you've won me back a little bit here, BioWare. You've got me back on the train.
Now, for one of the most awkward introductions to a game announcement, we had the doc from Back to the Future appear on screen to announce that Surgeon Simulator 2 is out now.
Yeah, this was bizarre. Like, I saw Christopher Lloyd trending, and I'm like he's getting older, so I'm like, fuck, has he passed away? Like, that was my immediate thought. I'm like, shit. And then I looked, and he's here hyping Surgeon Simulator 2. Like, I'm like, all right, no worries.
And like, even Jeff was kind of like, why are you here presenting it? And he like said something about being a doctor and blah, 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 blah. And it was really weird. I got excited. I honestly thought we were, for some reason, getting a Back to the Future game for whatever reason. I wouldn't have said no.
Yeah.
But no,
Telltale did a Back to the Future game.
Get
your hands on that bad boy. Yeah. Little episodic banger. You can get it on, I know it's on Xbox. I got it. Haven't played it, but I've got it.
But there you go. Surgeon Simulator 2 is out now. This is another weird one. Bridge Constructor, The Walking Dead. It was a live action reveal. It was the weirdest thing. It was like, it was this live action sequence where a guy's like running away from something, and then he plugs himself into like a generator, and then he gets attacked by zombies to only find out that he was trying to play this Bridge Constructor game, and it's got the attachment to The Walking Dead. That was one of the more weirder announcements that happened during this event. Like, maybe there's a massive bridge constructor like group, and maybe this kind of The Walking Dead attachment is a big deal, but like it felt weird.
It really did. Like, it just seems to make no sense that these two things are coming together. Like, I don't know. I don't care. That's my problem. I think I just don't care about The Walking Dead anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely beating a dead horse with that one. The next thing that got announced got me so excited, then made me sad again. Sam and Max reboot coming to VR. I don't have VR, but I absolutely adored Sam and Max. Sam and Max like goes back to me, like, you know, young kid playing PC point and click adventures, and I just loved how like wild and how like kind of not gruesome, but it was, you know, a little bit fucked up. Sam and Max. So, you know, I think it's essentially the remastered one that they brought out, but they're opening it up to VR. But either way, if you got VR, look at it. You know, guys need as much VR content as you can get.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft Shadowlands, a release date was announced. This was such a long, like it was like an animated short that they kind of had to the lead up of announcing it, and it went for quite some time. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much of an idea, like if I should know these characters, how much I should actually know. And then we didn't really get much in regards to gameplay. So I guess we've just have got a basis of story, maybe location, maybe character involvement. But they announced that they plan to launch it on October 27. So keep an eye out for that. The animatic was like, it was good, but like it wasn't like animated. It was kind of like stop and start kind of picture animated.
Yeah,
but,
which is surprising because Blizzard crush their cinematics. Every other sort of major reveal they do with
their Overwatch
upcoming expansions are just like I've said it a heap of times. Like, I'd watch an animated Warcraft TV show or an animated Overwatch TV show or Diablo, whatever offshoot.
What about a Warcraft movie?
Oh my god, let's not talk about that. My goodness, that was gross.
To follow up from this, we got Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormground revealed. I'm not a big Warhammer person. I know that there's a community out there. I don't know if you follow too much either. Yeah,
so Sigmar's like a shorter version of Warhammer from what I'm aware of. Like, it's something it's almost like pick up and play, and you got small squads. So I think you have like a squad, like it's a squad of 10 or so, and it's just real quick skirmish games. So that's my understanding of Sigmar and how it slots in. But I'm surprised. Like, this is the first time that Sigmar has made its way to the video game era. Like, they've done a lot of 40K and fantasy and stuff like that. But Sigmar, this is going to be their first foray into gaming, and comes out next year, I think.
Yeah. Another awkward intro was Crash Bandicoot 4. We had a whole sequence where Jeff Keighley, like, he was looking for where Crash was, which is that guy in the suit, like the mascot suit, and we just followed him around, him going to Germany and not getting the message. And so, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time flashback tapes revealed. I'm not really into Crash Bandicoot, so that one doesn't really, move to me, but I think Crash fans are probably just happy to get stuff.
Yeah, they were puzzle room sort of levels, and apparently they're really hard. From, like, I watched a little trailer on it. I think they only showed like a 30-second trailer or something.
It was like quick. I think there was also maybe an issue in regards to that transition from watching Crash at Gamescom Germany and then the actual presentation happening. We also had Outriders, new cinematic. Looks all right.
I'm excited for this game.
Yeah. I've heard some people actually really hype it up, so I'm still to be won over. I'm going to murder this name. Necromunda Underhive was also another trailer that was dropped. Yeah.
I know nothing of that one. I've got no feedback. I'll say it looks interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good way to be sort of on the fence, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good way to be. Especially when when you get like so many trailers kind of like this, and you get some some that you don't know, you kind of like take in what you can. So I guess the ones that I guess maybe pop more to you or appeal more to you, you kind of retain a bit better. We also got tear down gameplay trailer as well. I'm gonna quickly move to this one. Little Nightmares 2 gameplay trailer revealed. Are you familiar with like Little Nightmares? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't finished the first one, but I've got it on Steam, and I really liked it. Like, it's pretty creepy. Like, some of the characters that you deal with in it it's like it's a little bit eerie.
It is,
and this looks like more of the same.
It does, and it does look like more of the same. But you're playing as the protagonist Mono, and it does like kind of look like that. It's like bringing in your character, because there's like parts where you see him with the girl with the raincoat. Like, there's other times where you just see, like, oh, it might not be a girl, sorry for assuming, but, like, the character with, like, scraggly, like, hair, and then other moments you see this character Mono with the raincoat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's very creepy looking, though. Like, I'm watching the trailer again now.
Yeah, so, like you said, it kind of looks like much of the same, but they've added, like, obviously different styles of levels, other kind of enemies. There seems to be kind of like a stop-start, like, in the darkness with your torch kind of thing as well. Like, and it's very, very eerie, but, like, I'm going to use the term beautiful just because, like, I love the style. I love the way, like, it's designed. It's very, very pretty.
It's very much like if Tim Burton went full horror. Like, he's got his things he's done, like Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that, but it's lighter in tone. But this is almost like, instead of making it PG, let's maybe dance with an MA type of rating and get some more scary shit in. And that's what this looks like to me.
Yeah, it's like he goes down a cartoon route, and then you just completely take like the cartoon out, and it's just straight up like, nightmare essentially.
But this Slender Man dude in it too. Like, I don't like Slender Man very much, but he's like, it's got to be their equivalent, I guess, and he looks a bit creepy.
Yeah, like, and like even like there's a scene where they're walking behind a woman who's playing the piano, and then like she starts turning her head, but then her head goes like fully like towards her back. That's really cool.
Yeah.
We also got WWE 2K Battlegrounds gameplay trailer revealed. They also announced who the commentators are, and we got Jerry the King Lawler also presenting on this video. Like, a part of me was kind of like, I'm like, does he still commentate? Like, I'm obviously
he does. Yeah, he still does. Like, he's the last remnant of the Attitude Era, really. But like,
I was gonna say the time's passed.
he's just so past it. Like, he still tries to do the same shtick from the 90s and stuff, and it just doesn't really land the way it used to. Like, the wrestling's changed, the storylines have changed, the tone's changed, but he's still trying to be this hypersexualized old creepy king. Like, You know, like, put it away, mate. Like, you're probably tipping 60, 70 now. Like, just simmer down and hang out with your grandkids.
There's no way he can jump back in the ring because it's just essentially people beating an old person. So
Yeah.
but I mean, you know, they got his voice, and Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah, he's
probably got
great.
that
Like,
name wrong.
he nailed it, Mauro Ranallo. So he's great. He's bounced around like NXT, then to SmackDown. I think he's back on NXT now. Like, I'm not too up to date with the latest in the WWE, but he's got a really good sort of voice and delivery, and he's sort of more of the play-by-play guy. Like, he knows the moves and builds it up and talks about what's actually happening in the ring instead of, you know, Jerry King just like doing the whole woohoo puppies. Remember, he used to do that all the time, like when there'd be some boobies happening. Like,
the girls are out. Yeah,
so
I remember
very
him.
much chalk and cheese.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say, like, this game, the character design just makes me uncomfortable. It reminds me of those like little muscle stick men that used to get, like, they were like little tiny squishy ones. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Anyway, moving along, we also got to see some Star Wars Squadron campaign gameplay. Looks good. Like, I'm still pretty sold. Like, they kind of showed you like both sides. There was like a gameplay featuring Princess Leia. We got to see some TIE fighters in action. And to me, it still looks good. Still looks promising. So, and I think they also won a Gamescom award. Can't remember which one it was.
It looks so good. I'm so excited for this game.
Yeah, me too. Like, it just looks good. Like, it just looks plain old good. And I think it's been a while since we've had this kind of style of game. And so it would be good to kind of like just maybe even get that kind of back up and going. Special mention with this one, 12 minutes. The voice cast was revealed. 12 minutes I've been following for quite some time because I love the idea of this kind of person stuck in a time loop and, you know, learning from your actions and progressing in story and then like repeating the story so you can get to, you know, a good story's end, but trying to learn from previous timelines. But the trailer had also released like voice actors. We've got James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and William Dafoe.
It's ridiculous. Like, there's some big heavy hitters. Like, you've got Professor X, you've got Rey, and then you've got Green Goblin if we want to stick in sort of the fantasy eras. We don't want to talk about that Antichrist film that Willem Dafoe's in because that's some heavy shit. But
I don't know about
it's
that
huge. Huge voice cast
massive.
for a little
It's
indie.
massive. Yeah, like this game was like small beginnings, very humble start, and then like I just got excited because I saw the trailer because I've been waiting for it. But then it was the voice actor announcement. So I'm like, William Dafoe? That's amazing. So congrats to them. Good on them. Kind of gonna skip through some of these. We got Warframe Heart of Deimos expansion.
Free to play right now.
Arriving on all platforms. Override 2 Super Mech League has also gotten announced. We also got a Sims 4 Journey to Batu expansion.
Yeah, that ties into Star Wars, right?
Yeah, so it looks pretty cute. Like, it has a lot of Star Wars elements. Like, you can decorate your house and exterior, and, you know, a lot of design elements that will be attached to Star Wars. You got, you know, it seems like you got lightsabers. You got R2D2 units. You've got like also like character designs, like a lot of alien designs as well. So I mean, that would look interesting, especially kind of how Sims 4 can kind of get a bit stagnant. So it's good that they got that attachment. We also got to look at some of Mafia Definitive Edition story trailer. So we've been hearing about Mafia getting kind of the good old polish, and it looks good.
It looks polished. Like, it looks like a reimagining of that game. So I'm keen to get back into the OG Mafia. Like, Mafia 3 was very to me, but this looks cool.
Yeah. I never actually got to play original Mafia, so this might be a good time to start. We also got Lemnis Gate announced. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga is delayed to 2021. So that one was meant to come out this year, but it's delayed. Struggling launch trailer was also dropped.
That was bizarre. That was so strange. Like a human ball of meat.
Yeah, I got some like Rick and Morty vibes, maybe some like something more attached to Devolver Digital. That's kind of like the vibe that I got from it. We also got first chorus gameplay revealed. I'm going to move to this one. Fall Guys Season 2 got announced. Talking about new stages. It seems like they've got some medieval element that they're going with Season 2. So you also got new character costumes. We've got like wizards, witches, a dragon, a knight. And we saw some gameplay where it looks like you might actually have to work as a team a bit, where it seems like there's like areas you have to access that are high, and you have to use surrounding boxes to get to those levels. So it should be interesting to see how people get along.
It looks awesome. The medieval spin they're doing on this season looks sick. Like, I can't wait to have a little dragon or a little knight costume or a wizard.
I like the wizard one with the beard. Yeah. I just thought that was kind of cute. So, and everyone was pretty hyped for this announcement. So it's pretty funny that they kept it towards the end of the the stream. We also got Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition, so a bit of spit polish on that one. Wastelanders 3 Liberty character trailer reveal. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond story trailer reveal. I was watching it and I felt kind of bad because I guess I shouldn't hold them to the same level, but after seeing like Call of Duty at the start and then seeing Medal of Honor and seeing kind of how it looked, it's kind of a bit,
Yeah, got to remember though too that Medal of Honor game's in VR, so we do lose a little bit of grunt because they're going to try and make it more immersive. But I'm with you, like the processing power you can get out of some of these high-end VR units and gaming PCs, you could have this thing really singing. Like you think of like Half-Life Alyx, how that thing looked in VR, like that was like gorgeous, thing of beauty, that game.
Yeah. We got Spellbreak release date announced for September 3rd. Turrican Anthology got announced to be in development. We didn't get much in regards. We just got a few people speaking about the development of it. We didn't really get to see much. Turrican, I believe, is like, I can't remember what console that would have been.
God, it may be like the SNES, like, or it could have been like in the MAME arcade cabinet or something.
Yeah, but we didn't get to see much, but we got to hear about it. Destiny 2 Beyond Light Element Stasis shown. I feel like much we've seen before. Just a few more details, I guess, on every like class abilities and kind of what it looks like and how it is used on both like in PvP and PvE. The Destiny community is already trying to like break it down anyway. And then to finish it all off, Jeff Keighley really went in on Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart, the PS5 gameplay trailer. I've actually got to say, this game looks stunning.
It really does. It's
looks
gorgeous.
So damn good. And like kids that grow up with this, they're lucky, man. Like they get to see cartoons and then play games to the same like quality, they can just be right in there. It's such a good looking game. Like I still don't think I'll play it because it doesn't look like my kind of game that I would invest time into, but I can't deny that the game looks absolutely beautiful. It looks stunning.
It really showcases the next gen. I think it's one of those titles where you go, oh wow, like the depth of field, the character details, the light rays, the explosions, everything like that. You go, okay, this is sort of what console next gen's going to start looking like. Like it looks really pretty, and it's cool that it's a launch window title as well. So either will be available day one with PlayStation 5 or shortly thereafter. So it's cool that we don't have to wait too long to get some Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We're playing it, at the end of 2020, which is cool.
Yeah. And so that was essentially like all the announcements and all the go-abouts on Gamescom. Just remember that in between and so forth, they will be still dropping things. IGN will be covering a lot of things as well. They'll be doing interviews and other kind of announcements. So, but this was just for today's kind of event. So obviously keep an eye out and, stay updated because this list isn't just it. So yeah, definitely check it out.
And good luck to those people that are either staying up late or getting up very early to watch these live Gamescom announcements as they are unfolding on the internets, because it ain't easy getting up at those types of hours or staying up to those types of hours for a bit of latest news.
I mean, a lot of people kind of felt a bit gypped because there was a Nintendo event that happened this week. And I believe the only thing that really got announced was a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. So
Yeah, like, right, okay. Yeah, it was very underwhelming from what I saw on the Twitters.
oh yeah.
Yeah. But something that was not underwhelming, DC Fandom last weekend.
Ooh.
Holy guacamole.
Oh my god.
So we're just going to be talking the game stuff. And yeah, so DC Fandom delivers 2 huge gaming announcements. And the first one we will start this discussion off around, this comes via Matt T.M. Kim at IGN. We're talking about Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. And here's the spiel from IGN directly. Shown during the game's DC Fandom panel, the first trailer revealed the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League playable characters, which include Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark, and a 2022 release window. As the name implies, and as revealed in the trailer, Superman has become evil, or something, and the Suicide Squad is tasked with killing the Justice League. The plot of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League follows closely to the plot of the Suicide Squad comic books. The DC Universe's notorious villains are contracted by the government to form Task Force X and carry out clandestine missions in exchange for a full pardon. In this case, the villains get an extra benefit of killing the Justice League, who probably is the reason. Plus, as suggested, Brainiac is involved as a reason for why the Justice League is suddenly baddies. Rocksteady appeared during the stream to share some additional details, including the gameplay, which will include Rocksteady's superhero, supervillain empowerment from the Arkham games, plus gunplay as these villains are more well-armed. Set in an open-world metropolis, each character has their own unique moveset with enhanced traversal abilities to freely explore the dynamic open world of Metropolis, along with a variety of weapons to customize and skills to master. Suicide Squad will also be a 1 to 4 player experience. Rocksteady says it'll be completely playable in single player with bots filling in the role of 3 other characters, or load in with 3 friends as a full 4-player squad. Furthermore, players will be able to jump in at any time. So start a game in single player, have 1 or 2 friends join, maybe a friend leaves. It's up to you. Furthermore, players will be able to jump in at any time. So start a game in single player, have 1 or 2 friends join, maybe a friend leaves. It's all up to you. So, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Where you at? Give me a temperature check on this one.
Okay, so first of all, that was such a great event for DC fans, and by golly, did we need it. Now, in regards to this particular game, I'm pretty keen. I don't know how to explain it, but I got some like Sunset Overdrive vibes from Metropolis. The character designs, I'm really enjoying that we're not trying to attach it to the movie. In the movie universe, we're actually kind of sticking to the comic books. So it was good kind of seeing Captain Boomerang in his like, his get up. Also, like, I based on like how the characters that they've chosen, because I mean we've got only 4 here, but the characters we've chosen, it's kind of making sense. Like, we've got obviously like the muscle, the brawler, we've got the guns expert, and then we've got like a melee person, and then we've obviously got a distance person as well. So it seems like they were pretty smart in their choices of why these 4 characters. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited to play it with a team of 4 people as opposed to playing single player. And I like that it's got an attachment to the Arkham game series.
Yeah, it's set in the Arkham universe, so that's kind of cool to know.
Yeah, and it's pretty good that we're going to get to play this DC game, but not have to kind of put up with, sticking in like we get to be in Metropolis, and it seems like it's just bit more colorful. It's a bit more vibrant. It's not so dark and dreary. So hopefully we get to enjoy that a bit more. I'm looking forward to seeing more and more details, seeing how big the map is, seeing like exactly how many stories, side missions, and everything that's going to be involved. It's pretty exciting. And the only thing that I had a qualm about is I'm trying to find out who the voice actor is for Captain Boomerang, because it's sounding like Junkrat, and that voice actor was American. So
yeah, just pay some money to get an Aussie to voice it.
I don't understand why it's that hard. I have this theory that like no one will believe that they're Australian unless you crank it to like 11 or 12, and then it just becomes a caricature.
Why don't they just pay Jai Courtney to do the voice acting for it? Like he's a Hollywood actor now, but I doubt he's earning huge money. Like, he's an ancillary actor for the most part. And I don't mind him as Captain Boomerang in the movies.
Yeah, I don't mind him either.
Just get him to chuck his voice behind it. Like,
yeah. Plus, there's like a good chunk of Australian voice actors out there. Like I understand that like there has to be like a bit of Australian twang to it. Like, you can't have someone that I guess is going to sound a bit more like articulated Australian. But like, I don't know. I just always feel like that they go down this comical route, like this almost unbelievable route of the voice. So I kind of wish that they just kind of tuned that in. But if that's my only problem, like, yes, he still didn't annoy me. I still loved hearing him say that, you know, he was still hungover from a Barney, like, you know. So
yeah, it looks great. The game itself, it looked really cool. I like that it's squad based. I like that you can drop in, drop out at any one time. So if you're playing solo as King Shark or Captain Boomerang and I want to jump in, I could just, you know, take control of Harley Quinn or Deadshot or whoever you haven't picked out of the other two. And then I can drop out when I'm done doing it. It won't sort of probably disconnect you from the game, take you back to the main menu. Like, I like that it's just going to be this live, fluid experience where you can be playing with and without friends at any given moment. I think that's really cool. Open world metropolis, as you said, like, it looks vibrant, it looks lived in, it looks a lot more quirky and lively than some of the stuff we've seen in the Arkham games. And just the comedic tone and the tongue-in-cheekness that they had when they were introducing these four characters on the top of this roof and seeing them, you know, wreck shop and have jabs at each other. Like, I think the tone and the scripting looks like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
yeah, no, actually, that's a really good point. I did miss that. The tone did feel good. Like, it didn't feel too cheesy. Like, it felt pretty organic as it can go. So, speaking of cheese, though, the kind of the interview that they had with like Will Arnett, like,
oh my goodness,
that was a little awkward.
Like, we get it, you voice Lego Batman and whatever else, like, cool, but he just was pissing me off with a lot of his hosting on that Fandom stage.
Like, yeah, he does get on my nerves now. But yeah, overall, the game announcement was awesome. I'm pretty excited for it. Like, it's obviously going to be some time till we really see some solid goodness. But I mean, it's something to look forward to.
It's interesting because it is a big direct flex against Marvel's The Avengers, which is coming out, you know, in the next week or so. So it's nice to see we're getting more squad-based action co-op-y RPG insanity. So
yeah,
I can't wait to see more of this. I can't wait to play this game.
Yeah, it's always fun that we get to play the bad guys. So
yeah, and just all the love to King Shark, by the way. He's in having a bit of a renaissance at the moment. Like, obviously he's in the Harley Quinn animated show. He's now been cast in the Suicide Squad soft film reboot, and he's one of the four leads in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. So nicely done, King Shark, and nicely done to everyone for recognizing that he's a great character.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I love him on the animated show.
Oh, he's the best.
He's so good. Is he voiced by Ron Funches, I think, the comedian? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Like, and seeing him in the trailer announcement, just seeing his character design and how well they done. Apparently, they were going to have him in the original Suicide Squad, but the CG and everything was just going to cost too much. So we
instead
got
they settled with
Croc.
a shitty Killer Croc.
Yeah. So, fingers crossed for this Suicide Squad movie. Crossed.
Big cast of characters. So I think we're going to see many a head explode.
Oh yeah, we've definitely got a few disposable characters in that movie. But that's good. It's because Suicide Squad. People have to die.
Yeah, in gory head popping ways.
Yeah.
And the other big game announcement that came out of DC Fandom, obviously Gotham Knights, and we ran a little bit of a poll on the socials, and Gotham Knights actually is the game that you're all most excited for out of that and Suicide Squad, taking 70.6% of the vote. So, yeah, I disagree. I would have went with Suicide Squad on this one, in all honesty, but not poo-pooing on Gotham Knights. It looks freaking cool, but is what it is.
I don't think I answered that poll because I couldn't choose.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I
a good thing.
can't, because like I feel like we are getting two different kinds of games, two different environments, two different like there's like going to be like a lot of things. Like I love that in Suicide Squad we get to play as the villains, and I hope we have a lot of like interactions with fellow villains and stuff like that. But in Gotham Knights we're going to go against villains, so that means I get to see more of my favorites, and it looks good too. So it looks like, you know, we're going to get, you know, our comic book based villains, and they're going to look really nice and polished, and yeah, I couldn't pick.
Hell yeah. So let's dive into some verbiage here by Joe Screbbles at IGN. After years of teasers, rumors, and speculation, Batman Arkham Origins studio WB Games Montreal has finally revealed its next game, and unsurprisingly, The Dark Knight returns. WB Games Montreal's Batman game is officially announced, known as Gotham Knights, set for release in 2021 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. Shown at DC Fandom, the game will feature 2-player online co-op, 5 boroughs of Gotham City for players to explore, the ability to drive around by a Batcycle, and an arsenal of combat and gear that will grow as the game progresses. The debut trailer opened with voiceover describing a disaster in Gotham City, with Bruce Wayne's body seemingly found in the rubble. Among the characters shown are Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and the Red Hood. A posthumous message from Batman to his friends explains how he has died in the reveal trailer, with the Batcave having been exploded, but the Belfry is available for use to them to keep Gotham safe. The trailer features gameplay of all the heroes in action, as well as a final tease that the Court of Owls will play a major role in the game, but the developers teased that the mystery in Gotham Knights is way bigger than just the Court of Owls. We also got 7 minutes of Gotham Knights gameplay, which you are obviously able to watch anywhere on the internet now. Just jump on YouTube and give it a search to get that in-depth look at the upcoming adventure. So Gotham Knights, the Batman is dead. We're playing with his sort of band of offsiders and relatives, and however you want to weave it in, and from whichever storylines. But what do you think? Like, you mentioned that you couldn't decide between voting for this or Suicide Squad. Gotham Knights looks sick. I like that we've got 2-player online co-op in this as well, especially when you've got these 4 characters available to play as. Being able to jump on and have a shared experience with a friend is awesome. Obviously, yeah, we're in Gotham City as opposed to Metropolis with Suicide Squad, but it looks cool. All 4 playable characters handle differently. They've got different weapons, different abilities, different styles. So depending on what you're looking for, you're going to get that from Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, or Robin. But where you at? Give me a temperature check on this one.
This one looked great. I loved the way that they kind of introduced it. The little like message from Batman, you know, the sad kind of, if you're watching this and that means I'm dead. By the way, I don't think he's dead. But then like the introduction of all 4 characters as well, like just seeing them like, you know, just seeing them make this like realization that, you know, that they have to like take on, you know, essentially everything that they have been taught, or well, everything that they've been through in the past, and they need to like uphold, you know, like essentially Batman's like place, you know,
his legacy.
Yes. And then just going into like, you know, all the characters' abilities and all their like uniqueness. So obviously you'll get to choose like between which style of gameplay suits for you, or maybe which character you like more. I'm leaning towards like Red Hood. Like, I mean, I always thought he was kind of badass. Like he's very anti-hero. Yeah, like I don't know if they're going to go down the route that he's going to actually have like lethal guns, or if he's going to go to his like non-lethal weapons.
Yeah, so he's firing a lot of guns in the trailer, but yeah, like you see bodies fall, but you don't know if they're like
dead.
I don't know, stun bullets or whatever else. Yeah, but I think you're going to be shooting people up as Red Hood or old Jason Todd.
Yeah. So, and then just overall, just seeing the environment where I think we were following Batgirl on a bike, just driving through the city, and then making her way up to a center point where we met Mr. Freeze up the top. Just that whole sequence that we got to watch, I was just like so excited. I'm also really excited just to be like in Gotham again, like just being in the city, and like it looks like it's going to be quite open world. Like the map is going to be very vast, and you're going to get to explore it at your own kind of pace. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. I love any opportunity to be able to go into a comic book world and, explore it essentially. So
live through the pages.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that's why I was kind of on the fence about these two games that we got announced. But yeah, this one also looks fantastic. I didn't actually know too much about the Court of Owls, so I've been reading up on that, and I mean that part just sounds awesome. Now I'm actually excited for this because I didn't know how significant that was, but now that I've kind of read up about it, like it's pretty damn cool. I'm really looking forward to dealing with them.
Yeah, it's big time, and seeing how much of a role they play in the game is going to be interesting. Like, as the developers sort of said, that the game is way bigger than just the Court of Owls, so I'm curious to see what other Rogues Gallery members are going to be in here. Obviously, we saw Mr. Freeze, and that battle looked cool, especially because you could see like elemental status effects from certain, or status effects in general on both Mr. Freeze and as Batgirl. So it's cool that there is going to be things like that where you're going to get damage over time, buffs and nerfs and whatever else from certain abilities, which I think is pretty cool. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this and exploring more of that Court of Owls lore and just sort of seeing how these four anti-hero characters follow in Batman's footsteps and how they're portrayed in the game. I'm big Red Hood fan. DC's answer to the Punisher in a way, in how he goes about things. Like, he's not probably as violent, but he is pretty freaking violent. Like, he don't care. He'll kill people and whatnot, but they're sort of in that same sort of vein to me as far as a direct/indirect comparison. But it's kind of cool to see. And then obviously you got the former Robin in Dick Grayson playing as Nightwing and Tim Drake. That's exciting. I'm excited to play it with someone else, dropping in, dropping out. I don't know if it's going to be as seamless as Suicide Squad in that regard, if someone can just pick up a controller and join you or not.
It is a shame that it's said 2-player, not 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like maybe trying to make a game play with 4 like is like maybe a bit of a hassle to the story, as opposed to like just cutting it down to 2, and 2 makes more sense. And then obviously, if you play single, does it still have the bot character? Like the second player is a bot?
They didn't convey. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming if you're playing single, it's going to be by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then. Yeah, I'm just assuming that maybe having the 4 was going to be a bit too much. I'm not complaining. Like, it would have been cool to have like a 4, like all 4, like, attacking a mission together. But I mean, I'll take 2. I'll take 1. So.
Yeah, I'll take any Batman-oriented games, because those Arkham games by WB Montreal are so damn good and so special. And seeing them back on the horse in this one, even though this universe is disconnected from the Arkham games.
Yes, yeah. I'm curious to see, like, kind of where they're placing themselves in the comic book universe, and where it's going to be, like how true to comic book lore, or if they're going to kind of go their own way with it. Like, I'm always interested to see interpretation. So, yeah.
I'm if I'm rolling with you and your Red Hood, I'm going to be Batgirl. I'm not a big Robin type of guy, and Nightwing, I'm like, no. So I'm going to be Batgirl. I'm going to play as Barbara Gordon.
I have no interest to play as Nightwing. Tim Drake, maybe, with his like kind of stealthy, kind of like I don't know how much of his technology is going to be kind of put into it, but yeah, maybe Batgirl as well. But yeah, I'll stick with Red Hood if I can.
Okay, well, I'll be Batgirl. Be Barbara Gordon, getting out of that wheelchair and kicking ass. All right, let's move into this.
New releases and events.
And the first one I want to bring to the table, The Boys Season 2 drops this week, baby. So September 5th for us in the Australia, or September 4th for everyone else. Get on Season 2 of The Boys on Amazon Prime ASAP. You still haven't watched any episodes of Season 1, so please do that right away.
I'll get onto it.
Good. And when you're done getting onto that, obviously you can play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the same date that The Boys is released, which is September 4/September 5 for AU. NBA 2K 2021 drops on the same date, as well as Marvel's The Avengers. So we've got some big games. Hitman 1 and 2 on the Stadia as well, for anyone out there that might have a Stadia. But some big boy games coming out this week, coupled with The Boys Season 2. What a week to be a geek.
Yeah, it's a double whammy too. After like last weekend with DC Fandom, let's just keep going.
Oh yeah. Let's keep this momentum going into this.
Tweet of the week.
And this tweet comes via way of @Devolver Digital, and it just says this: congrats to our friends at Mediatonic as Fall Guys game crosses 7 million units on Steam and is the most downloaded PS Plus game of all time. An amazing accomplishment from a wonderful group of folks.
like that poor team. Like it's great for them, but I can just imagine being like this team, like this small team being like, yeah, we're going to make this game. Devolver Digital's got our backs. Hopefully we get some interest in it. And it fucking blew up.
And then just...
Yeah. Crazy. That's so awesome though. I'm glad that they got like so much love and they keep getting love, and like I don't understand why FIFA accounts are always talking shit on their Twitter posts. I don't understand that. But for the most part, I'm so happy for them. I hope they keep on going up and they just see nothing but success.
It's insane. Like, you sit there and go, when's the bubble going to burst for this game? And like, clearly they're smart. They're thinking ahead, making it seasonal, new games, new skins, keep people coming back. But the most downloaded PS Plus game of all time is like, that's a massive big check mark and like awesome work. But then 7 million units sold on Steam already. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm curious to see, when this momentum slows. Like, I don't see it slowing anytime soon. I think this game could end up selling like 20 million copies.
Like, I definitely think that they like quadrupled their quota already of what maybe they were anticipating. Maybe. I don't think a person would sell themselves short, but I don't think they probably at what stage they were at probably wouldn't have projected this success. So no way. But the fact that they're a small team, but they're very agile. Like, they've just been able to scale and scale and scale and scale as the demand. Obviously, there's been some server issues and whatnot that they've had to shut things down just to patch stuff up here and there. But it's just because the hunger for this game is real. And it's awesome to see. They've pushed out the season 2 so quickly. Like, a lot of places, another season doesn't happen for like solid like half year or maybe even a year. So, they pushed out a season 2 within, a months. So.
Yeah, it's October. It's October. It's coming out, right? Season 2, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so 5-6 weeks away. It's bananas, but it's just good dumb fun. Like, I was talking to some dudes I work with today, and like they're like, yeah, we play it. Like, I rage and whatever else, and it's just a game that's accessible for everybody. They've even announced, or I don't know if it's announced or it's just a strong, heavy rumor with minor confirmation that it's going to get released in China on mobile. Yeah. So I think that's going to be the first foray where we're going to see this thing like a Fortnite, like on everything. And once this thing goes cross-platform, that's like as in cross-play across these platforms, it's going to be so good. I hope that's going to be the next big announcement after Season 2 is it's going to be cross-play.
Hopefully. I don't see myself being too hindered by that, but I mean, it's always good to like let people play with their friends regardless of console. Yeah, but no, kudos to Devolver Digital and everyone at Mediatonic for just riding this game into the sunset, because it's probably the biggest success of 2020 when it's all said and done. Like, I think Animal Crossing was the flag bearer, but I think this game's got a real chance to overtake that and become the talking point of the year. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah. Because I mean, we kind of anticipated a little bit of success with like Animal Crossing, but this, like, for me, I knew this was going to be a good game just for myself. But like for any other person, like they'd be like, "What is this game? What is this jelly bean game?" Mm-hmm. Oh, and now I'm addicted. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm chasing them crowns every night before bed. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm saving up them crowns to buy this epic skin. I don't buy enough stuff. I just let everything sit there. You still rocking the pigeon combination? Yep. Sports pigeon. Sports dove. Yeah. Yeah. Sports dove. All right, Chucky Fresh, lead us home. You've got mail. Oh. That's that growl at the end. Sensual. Oh, yeah. And because we are recording earlier than usual, we didn't send this out
to the listeners just yet. So we'll sort of throw this question out retroactively and deal with some responses next week. So the question we've got for y'all this week is, due to COVID, we have experienced many streamed events moving to an online platform. Some good and some not so good. Do you think we should stick to streamed events from now on? That's the question.
I personally, I've been enjoying these streamed events. I've noticed that devs and people like within like the gaming side, they're actually more comfortable talking from their homes via webcam, like I guess the dauntingness of presenting live on stage, kind of that awkwardness is just gone, and they get to like, keep themselves together, send the message across, sell the game, sell like what it's about, and I enjoy it way more. I love it. I've been really enjoying these streamed events, so I think I want to keep them.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, we're sort of talking about this offline for a hot minute, and unless I'm there, I don't care. Like, put that on a t-shirt.
If I'm not there, I don't care.
Yeah, so unless I'm at this event, in Germany or the United States or Japan or wherever and whatever, I don't care. Just make it, I think maybe just design it for the streaming realm regardless, and just double down on that and making sure the production value can translate. Like, I got no issues if you pre-record these announcements and trailers weeks or months earlier and then it's just rolled out online. Like, I don't feel the need for it to be live. Like, obviously the people at the event, the reactions sell the moment more as well, but as you said, it allows these developers and publishers that aren't usually customer facing to record it in their own environment and feel a little bit more comfortable, and probably get rid of a lot of the stress and the jitters. Like, you see some of them, especially when English isn't their native language, it's daunting enough doing this in front of millions of people live, but when you're trying to translate that from your native tongue to English and make it come out in the way you want it to be, it'd be so freaking scary. Exactly. And so stressful.
And it would suck that, you yourself putting yourself out there in front of a live audience, you're already nervous, you're already, anxious, and like you said, even if like English is a second language as well, like you're out there because, you're excited, you've got this thing that you want to tell the world about, but then it just falls on deaf ears because people can't understand you. You're messing up your words. You seem really nervous, so it's not engaging for the audience. It's just unfortunate. So I think it's just more beneficial for them to be on a platform, getting the message across in a way that's comfortable for them.
Yeah, like, and then it hopefully lessens the poo-pooing that the internet does. The second it comes out, like, person XYZ on the stage, what a wanker, or, learn to talk, just people being dickheads. So, yeah, I got no issue. Like, for one, it's going to incentivize developers and publishers more because it's going to cost them less. They don't have to fly their staff, fly these booths, hire these spaces, because no doubt they're very astronomically costed spaces that they need to try and, fund through their marketing. So if they can make it tight, really focused, clear, concise message online, delivered to everybody, sign me up. I'm down for this. This is the new normal. This is the new world. I think everything's online, everything's streamed. No one wants to go see people in the flesh anymore. Everyone's too scared. COVID and everything else. Just chuck it on the internet.
We all got anxiety now. That's the new norm. Yeah. No, I'm happy with keeping events online, but it'd be interesting to see what other people think.
Yeah, we'll chuck a poll out there, and then we'll break down those numbers next week on episode 209 of THG. But is there anything else you want to say before we maybe close down the studio for another week?
The Batman trailer that dropped as well.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
I'm on the fence. I'm
Why?
on the fence. Because it feels like the whole, like, let's put it in a realistic universe again. Which I'm not really about, which is why I probably like the Suicide Squad one more, because everyone looks outlandish in their crazy costumes and their ridiculous powers. Like, this is, once again, like, let's keep it in the real world. I don't know. There's a few things that I liked about it, but then there's, like, a lot that I didn't like, so I'm not feeling it.
I get you. Like, it is very grounded, darkness, bleak, violent, human relatability.
Don't get me wrong, I love the scene where he absolutely pummels that guy, because we get to see we get to see early Batman where he hasn't been able to control his rage yet. Like, so, you know, it's good that we're seeing that, but just there's a lot of things that I'm not sold on. Catwoman looks great. I like the starting stages that we've seen of Penguin.
Colin Farrell with the makeup, and, like, completely unrecognizable.
Yeah. So, but I just, I want a little bit more before I, you know, completely dismiss myself from it.
Yeah. I don't mind old Robert Pattinson as Batman, or Patman as they're calling him on the internet. It's like,
he looks sad all the time.
Oh my God, an internet, please stop with the My Chemical Romance Black Parade lyrics tied in with Robert Pattinson. Give it a rest.
I laughed at the first one. The 20th one, it got boring.
Yeah. Every person's like, I'm the one that thought of this. I'm the smartest one in this room. And then you see, 5 seconds later, someone else has done one similar. And then the next one, I'm like, oh, come on. God.
The internet.
Internet. But yeah, it looks interesting. I just want to see what Riddler looks like.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really disclose him.
Well, the thing with these, like, Penguin doesn't look like Penguin either. Like, we're going to be seeing the starting stages of these, you know, bad guys. Like, the Penguin should be kind of already set in his ways based on age and time and everything like that. But I don't think he's going to be full Penguin yet, because it says he hates people calling him Penguin. So
yeah, they're saying this is like year 2 of the Batman story.
Yeah.
So like Batman and all the villains, they're all still becoming themselves, which is kind of cool to see.
It's like Muppet Babies.
Just like it.
Just like it, exactly.
Waka, waka, waka. I think that's what the Fuzzy Bear says, doesn't he?
Yeah, waka, waka.
All right, let's get on out of here, eh?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll catch you all for episode 209 next week. 8-Bit Nation, much love.
And stay hungry.
You've been listening to The Hungry Gamers, one of many gaming and geek culture related podcasts from the 8-Bit Collective over on 8bit.net. Check out more episodes on your podcast service of choice. And while you're there, please be sure to rate and subscribe. Until next time, boys and girls, stay hungry.
Hard vengeance.
The best.